Welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Thank you for joining me. Well, it's happened again, this time at a Christian school in Tennessee. We've had yet another school shooting that took the lives of children. All in all, 7 people were killed, 3 adults, 3 children, and the shooter, who's now been identified as a 28-year-old woman. I don't really know what to say. It's very, very disheartening to wake up to that because you don't have anything to say. There's nothing that can be said to make it better. There's nothing that can be said to change what happened. Yet here we are. 3 children lost to a woman who was loaded with two assault style weapons and a pistol. She went there to cause extreme devastation. She was literally loaded with two assault rifles. Two. She didn't go there just to take out a few. Just because of what she was carrying, you could tell her goal was to take out almost the entire school. Now, we have no motive, we have no reasoning at all for why she's done this just yet. They haven't even identified her publicly yet, just that she's a 28-year-old woman. And it's almost unheard of for a woman to be a mass shooter. But I'll say this, a little over a year ago, I guess a little less than a year ago, in Uvalde, the cops didn't engage the shooter. They sat outside the classroom listening as he gunned down each and every one of those children. But the police in Tennessee took care of business. As soon as they got there, they breached the front door, and they went to engage the shooter. They found her on the second level, had an exchange of gunfire. Apparently, at some point, one of the officers took her down. The officers in Tennessee did not run from the bullets; they ran to them. The officers in Tennessee were not cowards like the officers in Uvalde. I saw a video just the other day from one of the Young Turks talking about how he would have been scared of the gun too, that he wouldn't have wanted to go in that room either. But here's the thing. The guy over at the damage report and the Young Turks isn't a cop. He didn't sign up to put his life on the line for other people. But when you sign on that dotted line to become an officer, you're supposed to understand the risks that are associated. Because your life is on the line to protect the people around you. And the people in Tennessee took that seriously. I've known a few officers through my lifetime, and I know a few that I grew up with, that would never stand by and just let children be gunned down one by one. They would be organizing a way to get into the school and into wherever the shooter is. And the people in Tennessee took care of that. I don't really know what else to say. Because clearly we're not going to do anything to stop school shootings. We're not going to do anything to keep crazy people from getting guns. Because we really don't have a clue on what causes them to do it. Right? People are always trying to find reasons, but sometimes there's not a reason. Sometimes people just want to inflict pain on others because they're in pain or they're just terrible human beings. Some people want to refer to these people as mentally deranged. You know what? I don't think most of them are. I don't think they're deranged. I think they just want to hurt people. And I don't even know if there's a psychological thing for that. Can you fix that psychologically? If all a person wants to do is hurt other people, is there even a name for that? At one point, I would have thought it would have to be somebody that was kind of a narcissist, but in some of the ones I've seen, that doesn't seem to be the case. They just wanted to cause mayhem. Now, I'll let you know more when I find out more about this case. I'll try to give you an update on Friday, but we will see. Anyhow, another one. I just don't know. I really don't know, people. Let me know in the comments what you think the solutions are. Because clearly we're not going to ban the AR-15 or rifles like it. Clearly our laws aren't going to change. We're not going to make more people cover, background checks. We're not going to do psychological testing to make sure you should psychologically have a gun. Yeah, you got people like Tucker Carlson out there panicking because trans people are arming themselves. Not because they want to cause a fight, but because our lives are at risk. And no, I personally do not support the notion of arming teachers. Although I do believe there needs to be more of a law enforcement presence maybe in schools. And I don't mean that in the way that you may be thinking. I don't mean they should be roaming the halls and every time there's a disruption, the cops called. No. Right, but I believe there should be some kind of law enforcement presence at every school. In case something really bad goes down, they can be there on scene immediately. And I don't mean a campus PD that could take 10 minutes for them to get to whatever campus they're trying to get to. I mean, there should be people on staff in the building every single day in case something bad happens. I do not believe they should have any input into education. I don't believe they should be able to come into the classrooms and body slam children. But if there is a shooting, there needs to be able to be people there immediately. Second, another idea, make sure all doors are secured. This shooter got in through a side door. Now, I'm not going to be like Ted Cruz, who says, only let there be one entrance in and out, because that's deadly. But every door should be secured, and there needs to be security measures in place at all schools to make sure all doors are closed and locked to the outside during school hours. We need to do everything possible to make sure that these people that get these firearms don't have easy access to our schools. whether that be through more checks at the front door, at the doors, to make sure that, like I said, the front door, everything should be locked down when kids are in class. The only time those doors should be unlocked at all should be when the kids are leaving class. Or when their parents are, there should be a way for somebody to be checked at the front door. But something needs to be done. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Anyways, I'll see you down the road.